Hello, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh, and I thought as a public service I would let people know what events around here and around the country have been canceled or changed because of Corona. San Francisco added to its ban last week by saying no events will be allowed in the city-owned buildings with more than 1,000 people. Last week they put on edict 50 people. President Trump canceled his trip to speak at the Republican Jewish Coalition Conference at the Venetian Hotel March 14th. The Pac-12 announced it was closing the rest of its tournament to spectators because of concerns about the spreading coronavirus. The Golden State Warriors and other NBA teams will have staff and limited family, as well as the NCAA. Mandalay Bay confirmed 3 of its restaurants will close temporarily after service on Sunday. The MGM Resort, International will close 7 of its buffets effective Sunday. The Wynn and Encore in Las Vegas are changing their policies. Allegiant Air is being flooded with calls from travelers requesting to change planned flights. Coronavirus is up to 7 cases in Nevada. Cadillac has canceled its live event for a new car. The National Association of Broadcasters, a huge event, canceling its trade show in April. The Adobe pulled out of the trade show. 5 others have also pulled out. The International Wireless Communications Expo has been postponed. That was scheduled for March 30th. Oracle NetSuite has postponed SuiteWorld 20 until August. The Veterans Stand Down, scheduled for March 25th, has been postponed. The Channel Partners Conference and Expo has been postponed at the Venetian. That was scheduled for March 9th. The Security Industry Conference, ISC West, at the Sands Expo has been pushed back to July. The AGA Systems Exhibitor Conference, they would not participate in the National Association of Broadcasters. The NXT Global Summit was canceled. That was supposed to be in July. Aruba Networks will not host the upcoming conference in March. Adobe will not host its upcoming Adobe Summit at the Venetian this month. It will be held online. Atlassian Summit has been canceled. That was supposed to be April 1st. Google canceled a major sales and marketing event in Las Vegas set to take place this March. And they're telling all their employees, as many as they can, to stay at home. Major colleges have closed. University of Las Vegas and University of Nevada, Reno. Spring sports events will take place without the presence of spectators because of Corona. The Nevada Junior Cup soccer tournament has been postponed. That was supposed to be March 13th. The NHL, NBA, and Major League Baseball and Major League Soccer closing access to their locker rooms and the clubhouses to all non-essential personnel. The Las Vegas Polo Classic is being moved from April to July. The NFL draft is still a go despite Corona concerns. The NFL is monitoring. The Pop 40 at Cromwell has been canceled through March. One night for one drop has been dropped. Cirque du Soleil is postponing its charity production. The Zac Brown Band has postponed the leg of their Owl Tour. Clark County School District has canceled all out-of-state and student travel effective immediately. This is in Las Vegas. Flights between Las Vegas and South Korea are suspended. The Nevada Department of Corrections is suspending visitation to all its institutions. March Madness will still go on planned at the Westgate. The casino is monitoring developments. No plan to close the 1,500-seat auditorium for the first weekend of the NCAA tournament. ConExpo ConAg 2020, Volvo Group said it was pulling out. Now they say they're going to be attending the show. Digital Signage Expo is set. CinemaCon is set for Caesars Palace. ASD Market Week. This is all out of the Las Vegas Journal. Exhibitor Live is proceeding as planned. The International Pizza Expo. Who knew? March 31st is still ongoing. The Nightclub and Bar Show, which is where you go after you go to or before you go to the pizza. March 30th, the World Series of Poker. There's no plans to cancel. And that's what's going on. But I suspect the Golden State Warriors have agreed with this, so their games won't have spectators. And I suspect, given the rise of the coronavirus to 1,000 cases in the U.S. and I think 31 dead, that eventually we're going to see maybe even the cancellation of the Major League Baseball season and later on the Major League Football season, because what's the point of having games no one can watch? But that's just how I would feel. I wouldn't want to watch baseball or football with nobody in the stands. It's just not the same. All right. But Apple has not announced whether or not they're going to do a new product event. And that normally happens this month. And I'm sure that this is going to knock out the developers conference where thousands show up at Moscone Center, which is in San Francisco, a city-owned facility. So we may not know about that rumored $400 iPhone and iPads and mini MacBooks and all of that unless we get it online. And I'm surprised Apple hasn't come out with any news on this. I looked on their website, there's absolutely nothing. So I was looking forward to see if they were going to have a $400 iPhone. They do have refurbished iPods, which have a camera, and I'm toying with the idea of getting one, but just so I have a better camera than the Vivitar or my Android phone. All right. Amtrak has cut routes in the east and is saying that one of their trains in St. Louis had somebody with corona, and they're cleaning the trains. They're cleaning the station in St. Louis. The airlines have cut flights, and I don't know what else right now, but there's one college that was opening its dorms to people to start the spring semester, but I suspect that's going to change too, because you can't have a college campus full of kids and no testing going on. And Germany, in a shocker, Chancellor Merkel said that 70% of the people in Germany, even though they have better testing than we do, may wind up getting infected with corona. That's kind of scary. And of course, we have Italy on lockdown, Iran with massive cases, and so it goes. And England is working on this. They've increased from one lab to do testing to 12. But I think this whole thing caught every country in the world flat-footed because they didn't have enough testing kits to test for whatever it is. I don't know if you have a universal testing kit, one size fits all, or each has to be geared for each virus. But I think they weren't prepared for this. And we are officially, according to WHO, in a global pandemic. And in the United States, we've had this hit 33 states. All right, and it's in something like 18 or 20 countries. I don't remember the exact figure. I saw a thing on CNBC where they gave the deaths and the number of people and how many countries it did. I think it was 18. It might have been more than that. But this is a worldwide epidemic, pandemic. I don't know what the difference is between pandemic and epidemic. All right. I will let you go. Have a good night. Stay safe. Take preparations. And, Chris Boza sent me a funny cartoon. Showed store with a rack for the toilet paper, and it's empty with just the signs for prices. And he said the toilet paper panic is the reason why we can't be told about aliens. So Corona is why we get no disclosure. I laughed at that one. All right, this is George. I'm going out to get toilet paper tomorrow if there's any toilet paper. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great day and a great evening, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.